Ryan bought a house in 2026. Marcus rented the exact same square footage, same neighborhood, same month. Ryan's friends told him he was building equity. Marcus's family told him he was throwing money away. They were both wrong about who was winning. Here's the number nobody told Ryan. Over the next 5 years, that house is going to cost him $97,000 more than he ever budgeted for. Not the mortgage, not the down payment. The math they didn't show him at closing. Let's keep this fair. Ryan earns $72,000 a year. Marcus earns $72,000 a year. Same city, same credit score, same savings, $60,000 each. Ryan uses his $60,000 as a down payment on a $400,000 home. His mortgage at a 7.1% fixed rate the national average for a 30-year loan in early 2026, according to Freddie Mac's, comes out to $2,950 a month. He's locked in. He signs. Marcus rents a comparable unit for $2,000 a month. He takes the $1,000 he's not spending on housing each month and puts it into an S&P 500 index fund. On paper, Ryan looks like the smart one. He's building equity. He owns something real. But here's the thing. That $2,950 mortgage, that's just where it starts. Hidden costs of ownership fund IQ Finance ran the numbers on what Ryan actually pays every single month. Mortgage principal and interest, $2,950. Property tax. The Urban Institute puts the average effective property tax rate in the U.S. at 1.1%. On a $400,000 home, that's $4,400 a year. That's $367 a month. Homeowners insurance, $175 a month, based on 2026 national average data from the Insurance Information Institute, PMI. Ryan put down 15%, not 20%. So he owes private mortgage insurance, $133 a month until he hits that threshold. Maintenance. Every financial planner from Dave Ramsey to the Federal Reserve's own home ownership research recommends budgeting 1% of home value per year for maintenance. That's $333 a month. Add it up. Ryan's real monthly cost, $3,958. Not $2,950. $3,958. Marcus pays $2,000 in rent. Period. That it. Rent is the maximum you pay. A mortgage is the minimum you pay. That $1,958 monthly gap is not a small number. Over 12 months, that's $23,196 more that Ryan is spending just to stay housed. And Marcus isn't just saving that extra cash. He's investing $1,000 of it every single month. We will come back to Marcus in a moment. But first, the opportunity cost nobody calculates. The hidden rule, the 5% rule. Here's what nobody tells you. Financial planner Ben Felix formalized something called the 5% rule. It says the true unrecoverable cost of owning a home each year equals roughly 5% of the home's value. That breaks down like this: 1% for property tax, 1% for maintenance costs, 3% for the cost of capital, meaning the return you gave up by locking your down payment in a house instead of investing it. On a $400,000 home, that's $20,000 a year, you are losing whether or not you ever miss a mortgage payment. To $167 a month. Gone silently. No bill arrives. You just never see it. Ryan's $60,000 down payment, if it had been invested in the S&P 500 instead, would have earned him, based on the index's historical average annual return of 10.7%, approximately $6,420 in the first year alone. That is money he will never see because it's trapped in a house that may or may not appreciate. Now look at Marcus. The real math. Year by year one, Marcus has invested $12,000 from his monthly $1,000 contribution. His $60,000 is still fully invested. Combined portfolio value, approximately $80,400. Ryan's net worth in the home, about $14,200 in equity, mostly from principal paydown, with modest appreciation factored in at the national average of 4.1% for 2025, per the Federal Housing Finance Agency. By year 3, the gap is serious. Marcus's portfolio, assuming consistent 10.7% average annual returns, sits near $132,000. Ryan's equity is roughly $52,000. By year 5, Marcus has approximately $189,000 in liquid investable assets. Ryan has about $91,000 in home equity, which he cannot spend without selling or borrowing. That's a $98,000 gap in 5 years on the exact same income. And here's where it gets interesting. Marcus can rebalance, reallocate, or move cities without a real estate agent, a title company, or closing costs eating 5 to 6% of his total asset value. Ryan is locked in. Now, to be fair, this math shifts if you plan to stay in the home for 10 or more years. Appreciation compounds. The mortgage balance drops. The 5% rule starts working for Ryan as equity builds past the break-even threshold. Buying is not always wrong, but buying in 2026, with rates above 7%, when you are not certain of your city or your life in the next decade, that is a financial decision you need to stress test before you sign. So, where are Ryan and Marcus now? Ryan has a house. He has equity. He also has a repair bill he wasn't expecting, a property tax reassessment he didn't budget for, and a life that's harder to change because of the 4 walls he's locked into. Marcus has options. That's the real asset. The goal was never to tell you renting is better than buying forever. The goal was to show you what the math actually says, so you stop making this decision based on emotion and start making it based on numbers. Drop your city and your current rent price in the comments below. Let's see what the real math looks like for where you live. And if you want to go even deeper on this comparison, the full rent versus buy breakdown with long-term projections, that video is right here. If you want to beat the banks and grow your wealth using logic, not emotions, join the Fund IQ community by subscribing.